Gamers, you are going to love this. Well, we're going to spend time at the incredible Joseph Brant Museum in Burlington, and we're going to start with an exhibition that's interactive. It's happening right now, and it's called Game Changers. It's about the evolution of video games. Kim, wow, good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us today.
Oh, thanks for coming.
So where are we standing right now?
So you're standing in the Showcase Gallery, which is our traveling exhibit gallery. It changes usually about 3 times a year, and it enables us to bring exhibits in of a wide range of topics and interests and different aspects. So you don't have to go to Toronto to see something like this. It's in your own backyard, which is great.
And what made you decide to do Game Changers and video games?
Absolutely. So we were looking for something in the summertime. We get a lot of families in, so we were looking at something that could connect them, that they could do together, that would start that dialogue and conversation, and we thought Game Changers would be perfect.
You know what's kind of nice too? It's been so darn hot, Kim, that this is a great idea for something to do indoors. It's air conditioned.
Absolutely.
And like you said, it's something that the family can do together.
Yes.
The evolution of video games, that's pretty cool. Now, I'm going to date myself here, but I remember Pong, and I remember when, well, I used to go to arcades to play with a quarter, but when video games started coming into the home, that was a big deal.
That was a huge deal. So that's what it looks at, the history of Atari. It looks at Sega and what that system first looked like. And we have Space Invaders,
I love
which is
Space
1978.
Invaders.
And we have Angry Birds, and there's a lot of different genres of games.
And what's all of this right here? So this is just breaking down how the concept was created?
Absolutely. So it's looking at how video games were created, looking at the thought behind them, and how they've advanced and how the technology has changed throughout the years.
So not only is it fun, but it's educational too.
It is, and a lot of times we're having people of all different ages come and experience it, and we've heard grandparents bringing their grandchildren in and talking and having conversations about, well, when they were young, this is what they played with. So it's starting that whole generational conversation, which is great.
That's exactly what I started thinking when I walked in here, and how much it's changed from when I was a kid to my daughter, video games now. And around the corner, you were showing me this, and you said this was this the first video game that ever was a story?
Yeah, basically a story that was doing a animation sort of story throughout the game. I remember this one when it came out.
It's like being in it was like being in a cartoon.
Absolutely.
That's what it felt like.
Absolutely.
And then look at this big, that's what it used to look like,
That's what it used to look like, and a lot of kids are amazed at the size of that. They don't understand. How could that have been a game?
It looks like a record, right?
Absolutely.
All right, we'll just finish off here. We have some more exhibits. And what is this suit?
Yeah, so this suit is when they're doing games where action. So if it's sport games, if somebody wears that suit, and all of those little white electrodes sort of are able to do the actions and do the motions and make them more realistic.
Wow, that is so cool. Do people have to buy tickets in advance, or can you walk in? Do you reserve? How does it work?
Yeah, you can buy tickets either online or absolutely walk-ins are more than welcome. You can come in at any time and then stay as long as you want. We have 12 playable games.
Wow. And then everything you can find on your website?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, we'll have that on our screen and on our website a little later on. And I think when we go to commercial break, Luke and I might play Guitar Hero. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
All right, thanks so much, Kim. We're at Joseph Brant Museum in Burlington, and we'll be back with a whole lot more. Oh, good morning. We are getting a workout. Although Luke, he's outshining me here because he's holding the camera and he's spinning. We're at the Joseph Brant Museum in Burlington, and yes, I'm doing it in heels, so I'll give myself an extra bonus point as well. But if you're looking for something to do this summer with the family, well, there's a whole lot happening at the museum. We showed you earlier Game Changers, and now we're in another room with Kim. Good morning, Kim.
Good morning.
I first want to ask you, what is your role here?
I'm the director of the museum.
So you are the director, and that's why you're the gal to show us all around this room and tell us what's happening.
Absolutely.
So where are we right now?
So this is the kids gallery. It's a discovery gallery, and it looks at STEAM. So we were trying to find something that kids knew about and that they could learn in their own way, a hands-on environment. So STEAM, which looks at technology and art and different things like that, and it's all hands-on, and kids are able to really enjoy themselves and spend some time and create.
And this be light bright?
It is a gigantic light bright wall.
Can I pull this up?
Absolutely.
Oh, look at I love how everything is interactive, especially for kids, right? You want to keep them busy with their hands.
And you want them to learn, you want them to discover and enjoy it and really create. That's the main thing, and it's like that in this gallery and all the programs that we do for kids as well.
That's
it's really
the
about
goal.
that.
What is this?
This is a labyrinth game. So it's taking the ball from Joseph Brant Museum to Ireland House Museum, but through the streets of Burlington.
How sweet. So I see Brant Street, Guelph Line, Fairview, the QEW, and then what, you would just move it?
Yeah, you just move it, and then you work together to get the ball.
Lakeshore Road, out,
to go.
we're stuck.
We're stuck.
That's fantastic. So families could come into the museum, and this would be one of a few
Definitely.
interactive rooms?
Definitely.
Okay.
They can do our galleries, they can do the traveling exhibit, they can come in here and do this as well. Sometimes on weekends we have drop-in activities
wow.
for families to do together, and this would be included in that too.
And you have summer camps as well. You were saying the kids are upstairs.
They're
They're pretty
upstairs.
quiet though.
I know, they're engaged.
They're engaged, yeah. And well, we started on these bikes, but now we can get a better view of them.
Yes.
Luke was pedaling with the camera. What was the point of this?
Yeah, so the idea was some exercise, getting the kids to move and do something. So it was, you ride the bike, the light, and it lights up as you go. So it's kind of taking a bike ride through downtown. So you start at the Art Gallery of Burlington, and then you end at the Brant Street Pier.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, and for all ages, kids, families, grandparents.
Again, we've had adults in here sort of building this bridge to get the ball into the lighthouse, so we, all different ages, can enjoy
it's
this
wonderful
space.
to round everyone up as a family or just a group of friends. So you can check out their website and get your tickets ahead of time, or like Kim said, you could pop in. Joseph Brant Museum in Burlington. We'll be right back. There's a whole lot happening at the Joseph Brant Museum in Burlington. We've checked out a few exhibits, all interactive, all great for anybody of all ages. But for all of this to happen, there's some very important things that go into it and behind it. And John, good morning.
Good morning.
Do you want to tell us about that and how this is all became what it has?
Sure, I would love to tell that story. I'm chair of the Museums Foundation Board. The Museums Foundation is a separate organization from the museums, but we are the fundraising arm of the museums of Burlington. So our role is to raise both funds and friends in support of the museums. So one of our key and our major project was raising the funds and bringing the community together to make this beautiful building happen.
And the wall we're standing in front of, what is this?
This wall celebrates the donors that so generously contributed to make this museum happen. In any project and in every community, there's a certain element of funding that comes from the community, and that gives both all three levels of government the indication that the community wants it. And fortunately, our community stepped up right away and said, yes, we want this museum, it's the right thing for Burlington. And these various generous individuals and families stepped up and helped us to raise the initial funds that again made this wonderful, beautiful building happen for our community.
And why, John, do you think that the community and even yourself being a part of this, why is it so important?
Well, we're launching a new campaign that's called Your Home, Your Museum. And really, the story of Burlington is told here in this facility and Ireland House, which is again a farm, but it reflects our farming roots. But the story of Burlington starts here and is being told here and it's preserved here. And these wonderful people that are displayed in the Builders Gallery are the families, the organization that make so much happen and make Burlington the community it is today. And we wanted to commit to them that the stories of their family will be told in perpetuity as part of the story of Burlington. Because that's really what this museum does. It's the place where we tell the stories of Burlington. So we want everybody in our home to feel a sense of belonging, to feel part of the Burlington community, and to see that sense of connection and engagement with our museums.
And I would imagine how special it is, like you said, for people in this community, from this community, but also people traveling from afar to really appreciate the city.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the story of Burlington, again, comes here. And it doesn't matter what your background is. Well, first of all, every family in Burlington came from somewhere, unless you're one of our original Indigenous families came from somewhere. So somewhere there's a story of your family and a connection that you can have to your family and your roots, where you can feel a sense of belonging through the history of Burlington and where we are today. And ideally, you can be part of that story moving forward, as all of these very wonderful families in our Builders Gallery will be.
You're doing some great things here, and again, this would be part of, when you come into the museum, one of the many exhibits you could check out and learn about, appreciate and celebrate, right, John?
Absolutely.
Okay, we are at the Joseph Brant Museum in Burlington, and we'll be back. A little bit more to come on Morning Live. Hey, good morning. We have Miriam here at the Joseph Brant Museum in Burlington, who's in charge of events and programming, and there's a whole lot of exciting things happening coming up.
There's a lot of exciting events happening both here at Joseph Brant Museum and at our other site, Ireland House Museum. We have our Music from the Rooftop series happening. We have 2 dates on August 8th and August 22nd, so that's on our lovely rooftop terrace here with local musicians.
I didn't even know you had a rooftop
Yeah, it's a
terrace
beautiful
here.
place. You get a lovely view of downtown Burlington from here. Enjoy this lovely weather we've been having. It usually cools off by 7:30 when it happens.
Yeah.
We also have a classic car and carnival at Ireland House Museum.
Fun.
Yeah, that's on August 23rd. And then we'll be having our annual biggest fundraiser of the year that we host, which is our evening at the Branton on October 4th. And that's actually happening off-site at the Holiday Inn. So evening at the Branton at the Holiday Inn this year.
How do people take part? Do they have to get tickets, or?
Yes, we have ticketed events. We have some events that are by donation, such as our Classic Cars event. We'll be having an event on Heritage Week, a fiber festival that's also a pay what you may event at Ireland House. So we have a mix of ticketed versus pay what you can events. All of them work towards raising funds for the museum so we can take care of our historic collection and put on new and innovative programming for children and families.
And speaking of the museum, we're standing in a really cool room right now. Does this room ever change, or does it usually look like this?
This is one of our more permanent
That's what I
galleries.
was
Yes,
thinking,
this is our Burlington Gallery. It tells the history of Burlington, particularly our downtown area. And then we have our Costume Gallery, which tells the history of the 40s, 50s, and 60s, which is what they call the golden age of Burlington and entertainment here.
Wow, and I love how everything you incorporated into local and Burlington.
Yes, it's all about Burlington, all about local, letting people learn about interesting things that are happening here. Even in our gift shop, we have local Burlington items that are branded by us, trying to keep that local theme and make sure people are Burlington proud.
And it sounds like you have a really fun job. What's one of your favorite parts about it? I mean, you're planning the fun stuff, right?
Yeah,
the parties and events.
It's super fun, and it's just great to have an element of creativity here. It's fun to be creative, pull in those historic elements to what we do. So like I said, during Heritage Week, we're doing a Heritage Fiber Fest at Ireland House and really talking about what the Ireland family would have done with different kind of fibers. We run a Heritage Garden initiative where we garden in a kitchen garden like the Irelands would have. So it's really fun to use that creativity and bring the past into the future and allow people to learn about the town and city that they live in.
Well, you and your team are coming up with some creative ideas.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Great gig, I love it. All right, Joseph Brant Museum, and there's a whole lot happening inside and all around the beautiful city of Burlington. You can check it all out on their website.